Hi, my name is Viska Lensia. My student ID number is 22017599464. Currently, I am in my final year studying the International Political Economy of Multinational Corporations. After I finish this course, I would like to work in a food-related multinational company that uses multi-domestic strategy as it needs a great understanding of the market. Therefore, this course helps me to analyze non-market actors which can support the company's expansion. In this verbal test video, I will answer the question given by our lecturer, how MNC's pathways influence the global economics and politics by linking these three questions. The first question is explain with example the relation between Susan Strain's theories of relational power and for structural power on the dynamics between state versus market. Relational power emphasizes that the market sees states' condition as either home or host country that will support their businesses. There are three states' conditions which are liberal, moderate, authoritarian, measured by how they prioritize security, wealth, justice, and freedom. While relational power focuses on domestic factors, structural power focuses internationally between regions and is considered more relatable than relational power because the competitiveness between states and markets is really intense. Structural power has four elements that consist of security, production, knowledge, and finance, which support its argument. Security dimension refers to military dominance, for example, during the colonial era, where Dutch East India Company colonized another states with military power. Production dimension refers to the manner or mode of production of goods and services, dominance that mostly happened during the Industrial Revolution era and post-World War II. Japan's Sogoshoshia that transformed many countries from agrarian to manufactured countries is one example. The financial dimension indicates the dominance of the financial and credit creation capability of a state. For example, American Tobacco is criticized by many people, but still running its business due to its existence as a credit creator in the host countries. The last one is the knowledge dimension, which poses technology dependent on one state. For example, Samsung can expand its scope to a world-class electronics manufacturing company in Indonesia, where it provides technological assistance and facilities that influence Indonesia's technology development. According to Susan Strange, power is considered to be the most essential to shape the characters and dynamics of the global political economy. To analyze the relation between Strange theories and MNC global pathways, we can see how MNCs from Europe, US, Japan, and Korea dominate the world and possess all four dimensions of structural power. MNCs control the global value chain, global production network to expand their products and productions. The states need credit creation to persuade incoming capital. MNCs that fulfill the dimensions of structural power bring their stakeholders, employees, organization, assets, technologies, and everything they have to another state, and that's how the MNCs of global pathways are generated. Next question. Explain the market and non-market actors in the field of the international political economy of MNC with example. So in the field of the IP of MNC, market actors revert to internal actors who influence the company's profit and loss and focus on the commercial sector. For example, suppliers, consumers, competitors, and so on. Meanwhile, non-market actors revert to external actors who are influential in interacting with government or society regarding political, social, legal, and cultural issues. While management students focus on the market actors, as international relations students, we focus more on the non-market actor. So we all know that MNC manages supply chains and coordinates with all subcontractors across multiple jurisdictions as a leader in production networks that are related to both market and non-market actors. For example, Nike as the largest seller of footwear should consider external and internal actors to expand to China. To coordinate and control the market, Nike works with other footwear companies such as Asics to define footwear's productions and markets. Nike has several key partners and suppliers. One of them is Baochen Corporation, which is located in China to manufacture footwear, and Humanism Corporation for the garments. Another market actor is the key customer, with China being the most populated country in the world. Non-market actors are also influenced by MNCs, even when it's not under the company's scope and control. For example, China's government tends to regulate Nike with policies such as taxation, industrial policies, and market rules, and in line with the requests of laborers regarding wages and working conditions where their income depend on child labor. However, like stated strictly, they refuse all forms of child labor, and thus all subcontractors should comply. In order to solve this problem, Nike creates narration while implementing its expansion strategy in the form of shared value. There will be a trade-off between the company and the government to have a CSR program which will be accompanied by IGO and civil society organizations to prosper the community. Last question. Explain with example the relation between MNC competitiveness versus state competitiveness with multi-domestic, mechanization, transnational theories and Michael Porter's diamond theory. So the growing power of MNCs affect the international system because it possesses so much influence towards the global supply chain and production network, while at the same time shaping international politics to align with their interests. Therefore, corporations are equal or even have bigger power than states. Through Strain's theory, we can conclude that MNC can become one of the key actors to help states to gain their power in the political economy where they depend on each other. In multi-domestic strategy, Nestle customized products on local interests. In the USA, for example, Nestle used information strategy to fund, produce, and disseminate industry private information in each state. They also established relationships with key leaders, health organizations, and media, and at the same time directly influence policies through indirect access and the placement of actors in government policy settings. At the same time, the USA gets more capital resources. In mega national theory, Toyota focused on cost reduction through global manufacture in one huge market to be distributed to subsidiaries around the world that act as pipelines of parent companies. In the US, as the pioneer of electrical vehicles, they lobby the government to slow down the transition to EV and show opposition towards eco-friendly policies through donations because they are lagging behind compared to other automotive companies. Thus, until now, the policies of EV are roughly discussed throughout the world in exchange of electoral donations. As one of the companies with transnational theory, Starbucks often clashes with the government regarding the problem of decreasing the welfare of local coffee farmers across their subsidiaries around the world, especially in Southeast Asia. Therefore, they built Starbucks Farmers Support Center in Southeast Asian countries, for example, like in Cambodia and Indonesia, and also provides them with global farmer funds that coordinated with each other. The results will be profitable for both Starbucks that can get easier access to expand and for the governments that can get higher income from the local farmers. And the last theory is Porter's diamond theory, which explains why particular nations or enterprises are internationally competitive for expansion through the Toyota case in Indonesia. The manufacturing industry in Indonesia has regional advantage, you can say, because it fulfills all four key factors. The first one, based on strategy called structure and rivalry. There is strong competition among car manufacturers, thus encouraging Toyota to be more innovative with its product. There are also certain demand conditions amongst the home buyers, where in Indonesia many people still use fossil fuel cars because Toyota is still lagging behind on electric vehicles. And in Indonesia, there are also related and supporting industries such as um, iron and steel industry for manufacturing materials. Factory conditions also exist in form of skilled engineers with cheaper labor prices. And Indonesia government also plays a major role in creating regional advantage because they supported and funded scientific researches for the automotive industry as one of the priorities for making Indonesia 4.0. All of these factors help to explain why Toyota in Indonesia has a regional advantage through dependency and cooperation between the government and the MNC. So, by linking all of these questions, we can sum up that the pathways of MNC's influence toward the global politics and economies are very wide, from the state government to international organizations, business actors to civil society. And as one of the most important actors in the world that can control the supply chain and global production network, MNC could influence the mentioned actors in line with their wills, and in this sense, make MNC have same or even more power than states. Therefore, MNC is one of the most important political, economic, and social actors in the world. To close this video, I would like to give an impression of this course for one semester. In my opinion, this course is very interesting. It's like participating in an active discussion forum. The given assignments also helped me in recapping the learning material so it was more easier to learn. Along with the development of technology, my hope in the future is there will be a reduction in handwriting assignments. And yeah, this all from me. Thank you.